JK. A cordial welcome to the My Toastmasters Club. I am Toastmaster Shabina. This evening, the Sergeant at Arms for you. I would like to begin by stating the mission of the Toastmasters Club. I request all of you to keep your right hand on your chest and say it in your mind. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop communication skills and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Some golden rules to be respected during the online meeting are: all attendees must mute their audio if they are not speaking. Do not share your screen unless asked by the host. If you wish to communicate, please do so by using the chat function, which will be open for you to express your suggestions and ideas. You can use the reaction button to show your applauses. Please refrain yourself from taking 3 taboo topics, that is sex, religion, or politics. Kindly avoid movements, eating, drinking, which may distract the speaker. In case you need to move, please turn off your video before doing so. So today we are celebrating our 100th meeting of My Toastmasters Club. And I'm going to take the role of the president. So what to me? With the power vested in me as the president of the club, I declare this 100th meeting open. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening in the celebration of our 100th meeting. Let me acknowledge the presence of DTM district directors, all the district directors. We are privileged that we have you with us, DTM Rania Abul Rab, DTM Deepa Surendran, DTM Shamima, DTM Saiju, and we have with us, we are also invited DTM Shashidhar, DTM Jamil Shakil, who are going to be with us very soon, and our Toastmaster Afzal Latif. So we acknowledge the presence of all of you who are here and who are going to be with us in the next moments. Let me just give a brief introduction about Toastmasters International for the benefit of our guests who are with us tonight, this evening. Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization which, as I stated in the Sergeant at Arms roles, that it is helpful in developing communication skills and leadership skills. We have more than 15,000 clubs in 149 countries. And the very first meeting was initiated by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. Now, when I heard this name, or when I knew about this name, Dr. Ralph C. Smedley, I had this curiosity of finding out what was the degree that he obtained in doctorate. And I came to know that he did not do a degree in doctorate. That is, he did not obtain a degree through his studies. Rather, he was conferred this degree because of his philanthropic work in the field of human development. And hence, he was given this degree of human letters. This degree is given, and this degree is conferred to those people who have done distinguished and excellent work in the field of human development. And hence, this is such an amazing concept that the idea which was there in the mind of that one single person has actually transformed and enhanced the lives of 3 lakh people who are Toastmasters presently. So now 3 lakh people have been benefited by that single idea which arose in the mind of Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. So the education system of Toastmasters follows 11 pathways. We have different pathways through which you can escalate your leadership of enhancing your skills. Let me tell you one fact about Toastmasters, that once you are a Toastmaster, you can attend any of the meetings in the whole world. I was privileged enough to attend one of the meetings of Smedley Toastmasters Club, which was made to me available by DTM Annadata. And sitting here in UAE, I was able to attend the very first, the meeting of the club, which was initiated, which was the very first club that was initiated. So today we are privileged enough to have all the dignitaries with us. Very good evening, DTM Jamil Shakil. And all the dignitaries, we are so happy, we are so glad that you are present with us to celebrate this meeting of us. And we have a few guests as well. So I can see the name of Mr. Hanif Khatri. Could you introduce yourself, please? So you are on mute.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I think I was the founder member of this TMC, and when we used to meet at Al-Quds, when I can see the smile on the face of Muhammad Atiq after seeing me after a long time. But I am very happy to join after a long time. And this club is very much near to my heart. And I can see now very new faces. But when I was the member of this club, there were the other members. But now, mashallah, a lot of new members are there. And we'll hope to see a wonderful meeting and enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you.
And welcome back to the club. So we have our next guest. You can see the name of Dr. Umtal Batul. Would you like to give a brief introduction about yours? Dr. Umtal Batul. Okay, we'll move on to our next guest, Dr. Nasir Mustafa. Yes, Dr. Nasir Mustafa, brief introduction from yours.
Hi everybody. Pleasure seeing you all here, and lovely seeing Toastmasters and smiling faces. Me myself, Dr. Nasir Mustafa, and I've a specialization in neurosciences and psychiatry. And I've been working on certain behavioral aspects of neurosciences. I'm in practice since past 12 years, and I've been speaking at multiple platforms across the world. And my areas of specialties are behavior intervention and shadow work and transactional analysis. My major areas actually been inspired by Dr. Eric Berne and Carl Jung. I believe in taking over a human aspect of behavior by working through the childhood and then going towards the adult mode of life, and then the later on aspects. Usually what we see across is that a person goes and he's been treated directly as what the symptomatic problem he has. So that's a little intro, and I'm a journalist and a doctor as well. I've been working with the organizations and privileged enough to having worked with the BBC, Al Jazeera, Dawn News Television, and that's up for now.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nasir Mustafa. It is a great feeling to have you over here. And in fact, we are going to have your concepts and facts, very nerve-wracking facts that we are going to hear about. And to tell all of you over here, when I was speaking with Dr. Nasir Mustafa, and we were deciding on the topic, so he told me about the shadow and the persona. And in fact, it was quite mind-boggling for me. So I asked him what was shadow and what is a persona. So he gave me this one question, which seemed like a homework for me. And he told me that, think about yourself when you turned an adult. Who were you? And I'm still doing that homework, and I have not been able to come over that one, come to that one point. Who was I? It was such a mind-boggling thing. So hopefully I will do my homework, and we are going to have an exciting session with Dr. Nasir Mustafa. So nice to have you over here. Now let's move forward with our today's session. So this 100th meeting will be taken forwarded by a very passionate Toastmaster. First of all, he's very helpful to all the novice Toastmasters like me, and he has been very actively participating in all the meetings. He has taken various leadership roles. He's always ready to, take roles in Toastmasters and all the meetings, in all the sessions. So with a very warm round of applause, let us welcome Toastmaster Mohammed Atiq. Toastmaster Mohammed Atiq, over to you. The stage is all yours.
Assalamu alaikum and very good evening to everyone.
Walaikum salam.
You can see me like आज मैं, I'll translate in English as well, don't worry. कि आज मैं एक special dress में आपको नजर आ रहा हूँ, जो कि मैं कभी नजर नहीं आया. I'm in a special dress. This special dress we used to wear when we are celebrating something. So today I'm here to celebrate 100th meeting of my Toastmasters Club. It's a milestone in Toastmaster for my Toastmasters Club as well, for me as well, because I'm the person who was in the first meeting of my Toastmasters Club and today in a 100th meeting of my Toastmasters Club. Thank you very much. तो मुझसे ज्यादा बेहतर इस चीज की खुशी कोई सेलिब्रेट कर ही नहीं सकता कि I achieved something and I am associated with such a beautiful platform that enhanced my abilities to speak with more than 100 people. So it's a really an amazing journey it was. I'll take through to all journey. लेकिन उससे पहले जाने से पहले I want to tell you all, there are few people they are available right now who are since started of this club. I'll mix it up. Why I'm mixing Urdu and English? It's a purposely now. Why? Because the main core of this club was bilingual. We are here to learn something. And in learning, it's not just all about a public speaking. It's all about also to learn a different language as well. It's my opinion, and it's I experience as well, because I attended Urdu's club, I attended even Tamil club, which I didn't understand a single word from there. But I really been there, and I attended the Tamil club, I attended the Malayalam club meeting as a timer there. Okay, so it was really hard. Just imagine you're sitting between a language which you even don't know a single word. But Alhamdulillah, I attended that meetings, and at the end, learned something from that meetings. And it's really, this is the beauty of Toastmasters. सबसे पहले I would like to say thanks to all of you who are presented here. I have dignitaries here. एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत एजेंडा है हमारे पास. I hope most of them can understand Urdu. And sir, everybody raise hand who can understand Urdu or Hindi. Great. So majority vote is there. हम Urdu use कर सकते हैं, but I'll translate it for the other guys as well. If they want me to translate something, they can mention that. Okay, what is going on? This is what we are here to learn different things, learn public speaking, and learn different languages. First of all, let's talk about our journey, which we had started. Today, we've achieved a milestone of 100 meeting. I cannot express my feelings at this moment because I am the one who was in demo meeting and today in again mentioning in 100 meeting. It's really, really something for me. I have dignitaries like District Director DTM Rania Abdul Rab with us from all the way Jordan. This is the beauty of Toastmasters, who is connecting us from not only the area, is connecting us from the different part of the world. Thank you very much for being with us. We have PQD, DTM Deepa Surendran with us. Really honor for us your presence. We have again from another person from PQD, DTM Jamil Shakil. Thank you for being with us in our milestone meeting. We have CGD DTM Saju Victor with us. Thank you very much, sir. It's really an honor for us for being with us. We have again CGD person with us, DTM Shamima Khanam Islam. Thank you very much for being a part of our 100 milestone meeting. And immediate past DKD DTM Shashidhar Bairapu, I can see his hiding behind camera. Thank you very much being with us, sir, for this lovely meeting. And I'm expecting our Division K director as well, Toastmaster Afzal Latif. Maybe he'll be joining us shortly. I can see there is someone behind 3 dots. Who's that guy? I'm really want to see who's hiding his identity on 100th meeting of my Toastmasters Club. Seems he's shy to come online. Okay, let's move on to our 100th meeting of my Toastmasters Club. First of all, as I said, I'm very excited about today's meeting because it's a milestone meeting and it's a really great achievement. We in COVID times, since COVID times, we are we don't know swimming, but we are trying to swim in the sea of Toastmasters. So alhamdulillah, now I can see we are successfully are swimming in the sea of Toastmasters Club. So first of all, I would like to, we have district leaders address in our agenda today, and we are going to, invite our dignitaries to come forward on screen and enlighten us with their views about our club, because I can see the people's like Dr. DTM Rania Abdul Rab. She's connected with my Toastmasters Club since it's been I can say she's with my Toastmasters Club from last 2 years. She's participating in our contests and participating. She's in our meetings as well. She attended us, and there are we have Toastmaster Anif Khatri with us. Okay, he's also founding member of, and we have very special person. Whenever my Toastmaster needs her presence, she is there, and she's none other than Toastmaster Kiran Kapoor. I really want to appreciate her presence in today's 100th meeting as well. Thank you very much, Toastmasters Kiran. I don't want to, lose a single person who was a part of success of my Toastmasters Club. Thank you very much. And it's a teamwork. Definitely, it's a teamwork. Without all of you, my Toastmaster is not my Toastmasters. Okay, so keep it in mind, my Toastmaster. When you say my Toastmasters, really, my Toastmasters Club. So let's start our meeting with according to our agenda. And according to our agenda, I would like to request DTM Rania Abdul Rab right now on the stage. DTM Rania Abdul Rab, stage is yours. She's district directors. So I would like to request her to be on stage and enlighten her words for my Toastmasters Club. DTM Rania.
Thank you, Brother Muhammad. A very good evening or good afternoon, whatever the case might be. And congratulations on this milestone. I remember 2 years ago, in June 2020, I was attending your 50th meeting anniversary. how time flies, huh? And here we are celebrating the 100th meeting. And as you said, yes, I've been part of your club meeting. I don't speak Urdu or Hindi, but they always tell me Urdu is the poetic language. You know, it has all poetry and the beauty of I don't know how to say it, the classy version of Hindi, as far as you told me. I didn't hear it from you. I heard it from my fellow Indian friends. So it's a fortune I don't speak your beautiful language, but I've been managing over the past few meetings I attended with you. And it's great to see this gathering. I know the club and the fraternity has been through some challenges over the past couple of years, and this club in particular. And I really admire your resilience. I mean, you ended the year being distinguished despite all the ups and downs and the roller coaster ride you've seen over the past. So for this, you deserve a big round of applause, because some surrendered, you haven't. You've been there, you stood firm, and it's great to see the founding members attending, because they've been part of the journey since the beginning, and they've shared their wisdom, their experience, and it's always with these members that the clubs will sustain and basically thrive. So carry on with this legacy and work on the members' experience and the club experience. It's always, this is the magic and the secret element for clubs to sustain and to celebrate. I mean, in 2 months, you'll celebrate your 13th meeting or 13th year in existence as My Toastmasters Club. That is the major achievement, actually. In September, you'll be 13 years in this journey. So plan it well, and we'll be more than happy to join you also on that day, because these years, these months, these weeks, these days represent a lot of hard work and a lot of memories to share, speeches delivered, members come and go, but memories never go. I always remember my first club meeting, those members we've lost, invite them back again, have them be part of the meeting. And maybe it's time to resume your in-person engagement. I know some of you are out of the city, many implement the hybrid mode, and it's worked well in my home club. We have members all over the world, so why not? So this is my advice to you, dear friends in my Toastmasters Club. Carry on the whatever you did last year. I know you'll achieve more laurels and more achievements in years to come, and hopefully we'll be able to celebrate more milestones together in person. Who knows, right? It's a small world. So thank you again for inviting me on this amazing and important milestone, and keep it up. Over to our charming Timothy, to Brother Muhammad. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, DTM Rania, for such a beautiful words for my Toastmasters Club. Let's move forward, and we have another very super lady on agenda with us. She's going to give her views, and I would like to mention as well, she was also a part of my Toastmasters several contacts which we had in person, and she is none other than DTM Surendran. Deepa Surendran. DTM Deepa Surendran, sorry. So stage to you, DTM Deepa Surendran. She's PQD. So the team of PQD. So stage is all over yours. DTM's Deepa Surendran.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Now, congratulations to my Toastmasters Club on this big milestone achievement. And good evening to District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster DTM Rania, DTM Jamil, my counterpart, and CGDs, DTM Shamima, Distinguished Toastmaster Saiju. Our Division Director, Afsal, is yet to join, I think. Yes, our Area Director, Sabina, President also, and District Program Quality Team Member, Toastmaster Kanti, Coach Vibha, Hanif sir. Hanif sir is not a guest over here, my God. He is a veteran Toastmaster. Without him, we couldn't imagine any stage in Dubai once. That is Toastmaster Hanif sir, and Distinguished Toastmaster Anadada sir, and Kiran, and all the people, all the members, all the guests, whoever is sitting over here supporting this club. A very good evening. Now, let me tell you, when I think about my Toastmasters Club, only one thing is coming in my mind. not the glorious olden days, but the survival, how they have survived from nothing to, this 100th meeting. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. That is what we have seen with my Toastmasters Club. Last year, initially we tried, why meetings are not happening, please conduct meetings. And that was a peak of, COVID pandemic. And, we couldn't do anything with the club. But then we thought, okay, now what to do? This is a difficult time. We cannot actually push all the members over here. Toastmaster Atik knows what we were doing actually. And then the then area director, the current division director, Toastmaster Afsal, he told me, yeah, okay, let's try. Let's bring the magic man, the revival man, Toastmaster Gandhi. And then he came up with the, magic wand. And now we see that the changes, what he did with Vibha, my God, that is really amazing. We need people like with selfless efforts, good hearts, like Kanti. So then all the clubs in District 105 will, will become like my Toastmasters Club. And I wish all the very best. We need to celebrate all the milestones, because that is a time mind unites with the spirit. The spirit of my Toastmasters Club is the survival, in my opinion, and the mind here is learning. So when we combine these two, the club will flourish, and it will become the when we started last year, it was a 24-member club. I want to see the same thing in, maybe in after the Smedley Award campaign. You are winning all the awards, and you can do that in a month's time. So all the very best. Enjoy, celebrate your survival. That fighting spirit should be there, and that will make our CGDs and the entire club members very, very happy. All the very best, and thank you for the time allotted to me. Thank you very much, and back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, DT and Deepa Surendran, for such a beautiful word for this milestone meeting of my Toastmasters Club. Our next person is another member of PPD team, and he is a very passionate Toastmaster, I would say. And he's none other than PTM Jamil Shakil. I would like to invite him on a stage for some beautiful words. I really want to listen him, because I remember in one of convention, I saw this gentleman personally in Dubai, I think, if I remember. So this stage to you, DTM Jamil Shakil. Thank you very much for your presence.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Muhammad Atiq, for the introduction, for giving me the opportunity. I'd like to start off by first of all thanking Toastmaster Kanti for the kind invitation that he extended to me to attend this milestone. It's always wonderful to celebrate milestones, don't you think so? My Toastmasters Club. The name itself is very unique. Anybody who says the name of the club, it immediately becomes very personalized to that particular person. I think whoever came up with the name, it's very strategic, it's very intelligent. I really admire this name. So any guest comes to your club, they say, I'm coming to my Toastmasters Club. So I love that feeling of belonging to this club that you have right from the beginning of the first attempt, which is the name itself. Nelson Mandela has said that remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. Now this quote, honestly, I strongly believe that we all should resonate with, because a milestone is an opportunity for us to take stock of where we are today, to celebrate, to introspect on what the past was, and then of course to prepare for what we want to achieve in the future. Where do we want to go from 100 to 150? Where are we today? And what do we want to be when we are at 150? What do we want to be where we are 200, 300, 500, and so on and so forth? It's essential to have such events, to recognize the people who have been part of the journey. Now, I'm really impressed to see people here who have been right from the start, who've been members who have been in the demo session for this club, and who are still continuing to support today. your support, remember, is essential. It's absolutely important to ensure that you continue giving that support, you continue inspiring and motivating new members, and you continue keeping this club going from strength to strength. I'm sure we have heard lots of key messages being given already by our district director and by my fellow program quality director, and we'll have more words of wisdom coming from our CGDs, from the division director and the area directors. But I would just like to end my time here by congratulating all of you for achieving 100. It just gets better from here. This is not the end. This is just a comma. It's another platform on which you will build, you will grow, and you will continue to succeed. I wish you all the very best, inshallah, for things to come. And again, as DTM Rani mentioned, we look forward to being part of your 150 and 200 and beyond, inshallah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Muhammad Atiq.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. So nice of you, sir, for such a beautiful words for my Toastmasters Club. Really, whenever whoever is coming to the club and saying I'm going to my Toastmasters Club, it's really some kind of a personalized thing. And I was the third person in that think of mine who were suggesting the name of this club. I still remember, and there were some other names which were in kind of bilingual names, but we all three agreed on this name, my Toastmasters Club. Urdu mein kahenge to mera Toastmasters Club. So it's really kind of giving a feeling, as DTM Jamil Shakil said. It's giving a personalized kind of a feeling. So in agenda, let's move to our next CGD team's member, and he's another passionate Toastmasters in Toastmaster fraternity. I saw him in on so many platforms, serving Toastmasters. And today, really, it's an honor for us. His presence with us, his presence is really an honor for us. So I would like to give stage to DTM Saju Victor. DTM Saju Victor, stage is all yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Mohammed. District Director, district leaders, division leaders, club president. Number 100, it's regarded as an angel number. The best thing about it is that whenever if you're seeing this number, it means that it brings a lot of good luck to you. And it means enlightenment and self-realization. It's like something that boosts you up. So when Toastmaster Kanti invited me for this 100 session, I considered it to be a signal. So because if you start something, if you start with the number 100, that would be it is considered as a very good fortune. So immediately I said yes. And Toastmaster Kanti is just like another 100. He is everywhere. And whenever he is there, he brings that positivity in all those meetings. And I remember that so many times we were in touch, and last year I could attend only one invitation. I could accept only one invitation, and this year also I am fortunate to accept this one invitation and being here with the Mera Toastmasters, my Toastmaster. The name itself is so unique, and having traveled this 100 sessions and still having that passion for Toastmasters is a very good thing, and it's a great thing to do. And I have heard this name of my Toastmaster a lot of time as a PRM. Now, what I would like to tell you is that this positivity is what is going to attract people. And this belongingness to the club, and that is what is going to attract people to your club. And I wish all the best to your club to attract more people and let others also feel that this Toastmasters Club is my Toastmasters Club. And may God bless you to have more and more members who consider this club as my Toastmasters. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you very much. Wow, what a wonderful word, sir, DTM Saju Victor. It's really I can see, I'm really feeling more in myself, feeling very humble, and it's really I'm enjoying the presence, actually. Yeah, I can't describe such a feeling in words, such a beautiful words about my Toastmasters Club. It's really an honor for me to being a part of such a lovely meeting today. Well, let's move to agenda, and our next segment is guest is again from CGD team, and she's also very passionate Toastmaster. I saw her also on different meetings and different contests as well. So she's none other than DTM Shamima Khanam Islam, and I'm really fan of her voice. Actually, she's very politely she's speaking whenever she's on a screen or she's on a stage. I even personally in person I saw her on stage as well. So it's really an honor for us, DTM Shamima Ahmed, for being a part of today's milestone meeting. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Atik. That's an honor for me for speaking so beautiful words about me. Thank you so much. And Assalamu alaikum and good evening. Good evening to District Director DTM Rania, PQDs DTM Jamil Shakil and DTM Deepa Surendran, my fellow CGD DTM Saiju Victor, Past Division Director Shashidhar, DTM Shashidhar Verapu, and all the dignitaries and my team member, Toastmaster Bibha and Toastmaster Kanti. Good evening once again. Now, when Kanti sent me the invite, or he rather called me for the invite, he told me that, can you speak a few words in Urdu? And I said, yes, why not? So I think DTM Rania will be able to manage. It's not that difficult, but I'll be speaking a few words in Urdu too. So as we celebrate this momentous occasion, I want you to look back at that, the first meeting or that 5th meeting or that 10th meeting of this club. So weren't we were just like very toddlers, right? And as you look back, they must carry memories of wonderful experiences, your joys and your failures during the pandemic. And but my Toastmasters, the fact that you are celebrating your 100th meeting with aplomb bears testimony to your perseverance, commitment, and sheer grit to keep going. Sorry, all we need to have is a sincere urge to make things happen. कहते हैं कि किसी चीज को पूरी शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उससे तुमसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है, right? This is a very famous dialogue from the Bollywood movie Om Shanti Om, and I do believe in this. And your 200th meetings, your 300 meetings are just a matter of time. Toastmasters is probably now our habit and destiny. ये शायद हमारी आदत और तकदीर बन चुकी है, right? 100 meeting is the first and most important milestone meeting for any club, and I still remember all those 100 meetings I have been attending and the enthusiasm the members they have, and today is no different. मैं टोस्टमास्टर शबीना जैदी और टोस्टमास्टर कांति का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहती हूँ कि आप लोगों ने मुझे इस अजीम मौके पर शरीक किया, और ये 100 मीटिंग की सक्सेस पर आप सबको मैं मुबारकबाद देती हूँ. I'm sure your club will be an inspiration to many new clubs trying to get oriented in the post-pandemic era. I request you all to be best seaters for any new club. And when Toastmaster Kanti is there with you, yes, of course, we are going to do it. I'm pretty sure about it. I request you to be the leading light in showing and guiding how to evolve to be a stable and a mature club. So on behalf of the CGD team, I pledge our full support and guidance in whatever you feel you need to make my Toastmasters one of the brightest and biggest in the district. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time. Let me end my address by by a quote by Mirza Ghalib. Mirza Ghalib was one of the shire for people who do not know. And what he said is, Mehraba hoke bula lo mujhe, chaho jis waqt, main gaya waqt nahi hu, ki fir hi aa hi na saku. Congratulations once again. And over to you, Toastmaster Muhammad Atiq.
Wow, amazing, 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 ma'am. Thank you very much. Especially जो मिर्जा गालिब साहब जो आपने एंड पे सुना दिया ना, वो कमाल कर दिया आपने. It's really, thank you very much for such a beautiful words for my Toastmasters Club. Well, let's move to a next person. He's another Superman of my Toastmasters. To achieve such milestone in Toastmasters fraternity for my Toastmasters Club. I still remember in COVID days, जब मैं एक being as a president, मैं हिम्मत हार चुका था. तो I want to say in Urdu this, क्योंकि मैं वो इंग्लिश में शायद एक्सप्रेस ना कर पाऊँ. तो जब मैं वो हिम्मत हार चुका था being as a president, तो he is the person जिसने मुझे कहा था कि हमने मीटिंग्स हर सूरत में करनी है. ठीक है. तो मैं एक टाइम आया ऐसा कि मैं सोच रहा था कि माय टोस्टमास्टर को किसी दूसरे क्लब में मर्ज कर दें या माय टोस्टमास्टर्स क्लब को मैं छोड़ दूं या किसी और के हैंड ओवर कर दूं. बट ये वो आदमी थे, ये वो पर्सन थे जिन्होंने मुझे फिर से मोटिवेट किया और हम आज 100 मीटिंग कर रहे हैं. And he is none other than, I would say he is really a Superman person for me, to motivate me always to conduct meetings, and always there whenever I need his support. And he is none other than Division K Director, no, immediate past Division K Director, DTM Shashidhar Bairapu. Sir, stage is all yours.
बहुत shukriya. Thanks a lot. Now you made me spellbound. First of all, it's a table topic. Second thing, like, I'm high on your emotional note. As I always say, it's not the size of the dog, it's the size of the fight, which is proved by my Toastmasters Club. Yes, 99 is not 100. Just make that one effort to make 100 and beyond. So that was very well accepted and taken the challenge and worked hard, as our district director DTM Rania and PQD, CGD, past CGD, DTM Surendran and all other dignitaries have explained it. Yes, there was a moments, and my Toastmasters Club, that name itself, as Toastmaster DTM Saju Victor said, everyone feels it's mine. So that one emotion has catapulted my Toastmasters Club, and I'm quite happy and very much happy for the first milestone of a century milestone, 100th milestone. And here I would like to say one word. My Toastmaster Club, when it started in 2018-19, and it has been an inspiration for us to start our Toastmasters Club. And now my Toastmasters Club is celebrating 100th Toastmasters Club, and we are also very soon having our milestone Toastmasters Club. You are not aware that you have been inspiration to many clubs. So stay put, stay in the game. Here I would like to quote the words of author Shiv Khera. Rest you must, but don't quit. Rest you must, but don't quit. Wish you all the very best, and congratulations Toastmaster Muhammad Atiq and team, and the best wishes for Toastmaster Shabina Zaidi and team. Over to you, Toastmaster Muhammad Atiq.
Thank you very much, DTM Shashidhar. Really, it's an honor for us, for everyone's presence, and they are just, I hope, current president of my Toastmasters Club going to get the all the inspiration today for her complete year journey. Now she is motivated for a year now to take this club to another level. This is what we achieved, and this we are going to achieve again. Well, as per agenda, our next dignitary should be Division K Director, Toastmaster Afzal Latif, but I think he is not available at the moment. So let's move on to our next dignitary, and she's again a very young Toastmaster, I would say, in Toastmaster fraternity, and in her younger age, she achieved a really milestone and become a part of my Toastmasters club as well. And she is none other than Area 59 Director, Toastmaster Shabina Zaidi, and she is president of current president of my Toastmasters club as well. So over to Area Director 59 Toastmaster Shabina Zaidi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for your humble words. Let me begin by saying that to all the dignitaries, you have been a spine for my Toastmasters club. And with the speeches, with the words that we have heard in retrospection, that how the Toastmasters club was about to die and then it revived again. It has been an immense support from every one of you, all the district leaders. And I must say that the time when I joined, I have received great help and solutions which my mind even could not think of. But I have received so many advices from our immediate past Division K Director, our previous area director, Toastmaster Muhammad Atiq, and our coach Vibha, Toastmaster Vibha, and Toastmaster Kanti. So we should never forget his immense support in taking this club forward. And Toast DTM Andata, he has been very instrumental in taking this club to this level. And every one of you who have supported us in this journey, all the dignitaries who are present here. And it is a privilege to, we can stand only when we know that we have a great support at the end. So you all have been a greater support for all of us. And it was a privilege to attend and to attend the meeting in person with all of you, where we could get trainings about the area directors and division directors, and to meet you in person. It was a great feeling. And I would like to end by saying that the truth is that teamwork is the heart of a greater achievement. So it's not only us, it's your contribution, everybody's contribution. It is the teamwork which is going to move us beyond, which is going to take us forward. And 100th meeting is not the end. Yes, it is the start. And thank you everybody for being here with us to celebrate this 100th meeting. Apart from that, I would just like to, as an area director of Area 59, I would like to say that we have attended the COT, which was organized by our division directors. Now again, the COT, which was not attended by our club officers, I would like to request them to attend the COT, which is going to come up. The online session is going to come up and the date is going to be announced. And thank you so much for your contribution, for your help. And we look forward to for your golden words, for your wise words, and for your help always. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Area 59 Director Toastmaster Shabina Zaidi, for such a beautiful words for my Toastmaster Club. And I can see there is a missing person is back, and he's our Division K Director. Sir, we were really missing your words. I would like to request you to be on stage, and we want to really hear and get a motivation from you, as you are. He was the also person behind us achieving this milestone meeting of my Toastmasters Club today. And after Shashidhar, DTM Shashidhar, if somebody is there, and he was Toastmaster Afzal Latif, who was keep on, tackling with me, knocking me, come on, and you have to take this club to somewhere else. Don't stop here. So he is none other than the Division K Director, Toastmaster Afzal Latif. Sir, stage is all yours.
Thank you so much for that kind words. Good evening, everyone. Division Director, DTM Rania, District Program Quality Director, District Club Pro Directors. And thank you so much for inviting me to the 100th meeting of my Toastmasters. I'm just completed one speech and I'm coming after a Dreams meeting. So that's the reason I got late. Thank you for waiting. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be in the 100th meeting of one of the clubs and one of the bilingual clubs in our area 59. And of course, it's a part of Division K. I'm so happy being here, and I think I'm losing words to explain, because whenever I attended meeting of my Toastmasters, the love and the affection which I'm getting, that feeling I'm getting from the members, from the overall experience is so enormous. The way how which the speeches are conducted, and when we have struggled with the membership, there are speakers who extended their support by giving their professional speeches. For example, I still remember Dr. Amira Shah. She was giving her speech about all the medical issues or medical topics. And that was the camaraderie I could able to see from my Toastmasters Club and from Area 59 altogether. And the last year as Area 59 Director, we were working very closely with Toastmaster Muhammad Atiq. And of course, the district has really helped us in having two wonderful coaches, Toastmaster Kanti Madinathan and Toastmaster Vibha Talati. And they're doing their best. They're doing a great job taking the membership from 8 to 17 members. And that's an incredible job. And the last term we have achieved distinguished status. That's great to see. And of course, we have our Toastmaster Shabina is representing my Toastmaster, and she's the current Area 59 Director. Of course, we can achieve more. We can do, we can go to the next level, obviously. And we are here to support as a district team. We extend all our support to each and every club of this division, and of course, to my Toastmasters as well. So we are going to see my Toastmasters soaring heights. And thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Muhammad.
Thank you very much, Division K Director Toastmaster Afzal Latif, for such a beautiful words for this milestone meeting of my Toastmasters Club. Well, let's move to agenda. But before moving to agenda, everyone were talking about memories. And again, Toastmaster Kanti, he piled some memories in the shape of video. Everyone would like to see that memories? Yay. So I'm going to share with you my another screen.
Teamwork is a good idea. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You're capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. You have to believe in yourself. You don't have to hide anything. You can be your true self. Don't need to follow society. Never forget that you're blessed. Give thanks for everything. Even the hard times will turn out to be blessings. No matter how you feel, you can learn from your pain. It's there to make you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, these were the memories, the golden memories of milestone of my Toastmasters Club, which we had achieved today. And inshallah, in coming year, we are going to share this presentation again with the memories of our 200th meeting until. So we are going to keep this video and we are going to again attach another video with it for 200th meeting soon, inshallah. So this was the all journey of my Toastmasters Club. Let's move to agenda, and we have one very passionate person, as he already introduced himself, and he's our keynote speaker of today's 100th meeting of my Toastmasters Club. Really, sir, it's an honor for us, your presence in our on this occasion of my Toastmasters Club 100th meeting. And I would say he's another Superman, and he's none other than Dr. Nasir Mustafa, today's keynote speaker. Sir, stage is all yours.
Thank you very much, Atiq, and it's an honor knowing you all here today. It's my first ever talk at Toastmasters, and great to see a lot of energy, happy faces, and a lot of work being done. And I love the idea of bilingual speaking. Great concept. Okay, everybody who has joined later, my name is Dr. Nasir Mustafa, and I'm a medical professional, and I've done my specialization in psychiatry, and I'm associated with the neurosciences research. I provide therapies and treatment to people with the psychological and psychiatric issues, and I provide psychotherapies in different domains of to teams and people having problems in life other than just the disease. Okay, so here, let's quickly move on to what I've announced that I'll be talking about today. It's about who are you? Are you your persona or are you your shadow? Okay, persona and shadow. We human beings are composed of different behavioral aspects. We live our lives once we are born, and we find ourselves living in a family. We are told that this is our name, then this is the religion we have to follow, and this is the language we have to speak. This is how we should be behaving with the parents and siblings and the other elders. And that's how we should dress up. That's how we should speak. That's how we should sleep. That's how we should talk. And that's how we should look at things. And that's how we should do all things in life. That's really nice. I mean, I don't disagree with that. Okay, so then the world was passing through, and in comes psychiatrist and psychologist, and things started getting nasty in the world, right? Because they knew what to do and what not to do. Before that, before even the mind sciences and the neurospecialists and psychiatrists and psychologists and psychoanalysts, they came to the world. It was the world where we were told to live by certain principles, certain rules, regulations being told to us by our parents, then our teachers, and then the religious gurus. I call them gurus because they know the stuff and they tell you what to do, right? The famous psychoanalyst, the famous person who actually changed the world, how the world is now, and he changed the whole perspective of human behaviors. And his name was Carl Jung. You must be knowing his name. He died in 1961 at the age of approximately 85 or 86 years. He invented a theory called the Jungian theory, Jungian. And in the Jungian theory, he stated how a human being is divided into two aspects. One is called the persona, and one is called the shadow. And now, what is persona actually? He derived the word from Latin. In the Latin language, persona means the face that we show, right? And he developed some aspects of life in which he was sure about that what we actually do in life and what we actually perform in life and how we behave in life and how we deal with relationships and in our professional life, and the outcome of it is usually we live through a persona. Whatever I've told you that we do in life, how we speak, how we study, how we behave, how we do things with our parents and siblings and everybody, is our persona. Everything. I mean, how we behave in the college, school, or in the neighborhood, that's our persona. And from the same thing is derived the word personality, right? That's his personality. Is a good person. He has an impressive personality. He has a disturbing personality. He has an aura and all those things like that. So that's called persona. Okay, then just a basic definition of persona, right? Are you noticing something? I mean, what is persona, in fact? If you look at this aspect very closely, don't you observe that it's not something that's developed by you? You are not the one who's developing a persona, are you? When I was born, did I choose my name? Did I choose the home I was born in? Did I choose the language I speak? Did I choose the religion I'm following? Did I choose the siblings I be living with? Did I choose whom to say yes, sir? Whom to say no, sir? Did I choose the clothes I'm wearing and the people I'm hating, the people I'm loving? No, I was given a list of people and a list of people to hate and a list of people to love. And then I developed it. And in my childhood, I was told not to raise my voice, not to laugh at that thing. Don't be angry. Don't cry. You are a man. You are a boy. Boys don't cry. So I developed a sense of the world through what was told to me. Right? Are we agreeing to it? I mean, I developed a sense of the world that was being told to me. How many things I chose? I mean, I went to a school I never chose. I went to a college I never intended to. I went to a university I did not even choose. I mean, I don't know about you, but I was told to go to medical school. I personally wanted to be a chef. So we know all these things. I'm just repeating and putting up a base here. So how do we then live our lives? Okay. Now let me put up some questions. We are living, right? We all of us are living, like we have grown up, and many of us being married, and many of us have families, many of us have children and everything. Are there any things that you ever think about your own self when you're sitting alone, when you're having your own time? That's currently in the fashion called me time, right? So new trend, right? I've been seeing on social media, me time. And to say it accurately, it's called me time. Okay, that's nice. So when you sit with your own self, do you have something that about you that you don't want to think about? Is there anything that suddenly comes to your mind when you're sitting alone and you say that, no, just don't think about that? I mean, you just tell yourself not to think about that. Is there anything like that? I have certain things. Do you have people around you at your home or relatives or your workplace that you find irritating? You find them triggering, or you find them unbearable? Is that, I mean, have you ever felt that? Have you ever come across people that I cannot stand that person? I can just, I see that person and I feel my mood has gone to bonkers. I mean, no, I cannot, no, I can't stand that person. Okay. Have you ever felt at some moment that you're actually acting weird? Like, for example, at some moment outside or inside your home or outside anywhere, that you behaved in a way that later on, when you think about it at night or the next day, you say, what kind of a behavior that was? What was I doing? Why did I behave like that? Why did I laugh? Why did I show that anger? Have you ever felt that? Okay. Have you ever experienced some anger that later on you found inappropriate? Have you ever been happy at something and later on you found that, why was I happy on that? Have you ever felt that? Everybody. I want you even to take a pen and a paper ready, because I'll be telling you a few things. So sometimes, okay, let me sum it up, this particular thing. I'm connecting it. We sometimes surprise our own selves, right? With the sudden happiness that we have, with sudden anger that we have, with sudden behavior that we show, with sudden triggers that we have, with sudden disappointment that we have, and we surprise our own selves. How's that? I mean, don't we know who we are, and don't we know what actually is happening? Sometimes we do a certain thing and then we realize that I liked it. And sometimes we come across a thing and we say that, I don't know why I don't like it. So I don't know why I don't like it. I don't know why I like it. I don't know why I'm like that. I don't know why. There's a lot of why I do this, why I do that, why I do this, why I do. I mean, you're actually having a lot of why about your own self. That is the shadow. That is the shadow, actually. And if you want to note down, I give you 3 things. How do you want to? A shadow is something that is not your persona. Your persona was developed through your upbringing, your education, and the beliefs being given to you by somebody else, right? That's your persona. How you behave with people, how you act in life, how you do things. Majority of all these things are told to you then how to do it. It's not something you decided. It's not something you actually thought about. Be honest. Take a paper, take a notebook, sit down, close the door, close the windows, lock it up, and write things that you actually today doing what you actually decided to do. I mean, I'm not talking about choosing a job. I'm not talking about choosing Toastmasters. I'm not talking about buying a car. No. But other things. I mean, how do you love? How do you hate? How you should be pleasant enough? Where should you cry? Where should you be happy? All these things are being told to you. And all of us pass our lives running away from our shadows. And shadows, what? I told you a little about shadows and that they have a lot of whys. And how do we recognize what is a shadow? Okay, let me tell you about some voices, some sounds producing inside your brain and in your heart, right? Have you ever come across a situation? I do, that I find a person and I meet a person I don't like, and out of courtesy and out of etiquettes and ethics, I say, hi, how are you? Yeah. And in my heart, I'm saying, please go away, go die. Right? Okay. Now that sound producing in your brain, oh, please go away, go die. That's the shadow. 3 ways you can detect what your shadow is. There are 3 ways. Number 1, projection. Projection, number 1. Now, what's projection? I'm going to come to that. Number 2, triggers. And number 3, patterns. Let's go to number 1 quickly. Projection. Okay. Now, everybody. Now, that's something very peculiar. Let's go to our dads, right? Very interesting aspect of our lives. Dads, right? Our dads, fathers. Okay. Have you ever noticed your dad? He's asking you not to do something. Hey, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't put your leg on top of the table. Don't do that. After 30 minutes, you come by, passing by the room, I mean, outside the room, and you'll find your dad putting his legs on the table. Yeah, I mean, you, anybody, me, Dr. Nasir, I was like, my dad, he was from like forces. So I used to put my legs on the table and watch TV, and he used to enter the room. You don't have any manners. This is what I've taught you. Are you like the boss here or what? No, that's not the ethics. Sit like a gentleman. And that's not, Allah blah. Okay, I took down my leg from the table and I sit down and he scolded me. I went out. 30 minutes. I came back out of the room. I found him putting his leg on the table and watching TV. Okay, that's projection. What a shadow is. You point out your shadow, you find your shadow through projection. What you don't like, what you hate about yourself, you project it onto others. Right? I don't like people, like, for example, I don't like people while talking and picking their nose, right? That's bad. And I'm sitting, that's very bad to, you know, pick your nose all the time and in public, and don't do that. That's very bad. It looks disgusting. I mean, that's bad manners, right? Don't do that. Okay, everybody, thank you for your time. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. That's very bad. Nobody taught you this, right? Okay. I hate it. I don't like it. I was being scolded all my life for this. And now I want to project it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't like people in Zoom meetings who keep on having coffee and tea and all those things they do. And that's they're not paying attention. That's really bad. So, okay, I mean, that's really very bad. I'm the guest here, I can, you know, but that's really don't do. Okay, that's something I actually am projecting. I don't like it. So number one, projection. It contains, you can write in the bracket, biases and prejudices, right? We are biased. We are biased with things, and we have guilt about something. We have shame about something, and to come out of it, the only way to run away from our shadow is to project it onto somebody else, right? We want to soothe ourselves by projecting it to somebody else. Or you can say, if I want to run away from my shadow, the only way to get out of it is just to project it on the outside world, right? People, you will find people who are shouting, don't break signals, don't park the wrong car, don't speed. You will find them parking the wrong car. You will find them breaking signals. You will find them doing all that. I mean, that's not even just, it's a horrible thing in UAE to do that. I mean, it costs hundreds and hundreds of dirhams, but in other parts of the world. So projection, biases and prejudices. Number two, how to point out your shadow. That's triggers. If you find a person, a thing, an event, or anything that's triggering you, and you don't have a reason for it, now let's come to that. Let's be honest. Are you triggered by something that is disturbing you, but you don't have a reason for it? You don't like somebody, but if we ask you, hey, you don't like him, why? I don't know. Why you don't know? You hate somebody for no reason. You don't like a person for no reason. How is that even possible? Okay, this shadow and persona thing was introduced to the world by Carl Jung, the legendary Carl Jung. He was the legend in the field of human behaviors. He said that our triggers are things that actually surface in our personality that comes from a childhood trauma. And he said, that's our shadow. Those triggers we don't have answers for, we don't have reasons for, are actually our childhood traumas, our childhood dislikes. I have a trigger. Okay, let me share my trigger. I have a trigger. Anybody, any friend, anybody in the office who's coming over, or anybody around my friend circle, they come and they touch my neck, right? I'm sitting and working, they come and they touch my neck. If they touch my neck, I get very severely angry. Very, very severely angry. I mean, they can touch anything, my face or my hand or anything. But if they touch my neck, it turns me mad. Why is that? And till I did not know the concept of my shadows, I was like, I don't know, maybe I don't like it. But then I went deep down into my childhood traumas. And then there was a teacher who used to always walk in the classroom. And whenever he used to, pass by me, he used to slap my neck like that, right? That's my shadow. And I have to go, I have to go and work on it. I have to get out of it. Just an example. I mean, there are other serious things that actually are triggers. And those triggers, why is it important to work upon your shadow? Why is it important to see what your projection is? Because they destroy your life. They destroy how you behave. They destroy your relationships. They destroy your work ethics. They destroy your living. And you do that. I mean, we have certain triggers, like behavioral triggers include emotional triggers and everything like that. Number 3 that I told you was patterns. Okay, I'm gonna come to how to go by it, but let me first define. Like number 3 was patterns, how we are looking and finding out our shadows. Patterns. If we follow a certain pattern in life, certain pattern, that means we are trying to run away from our shadows. What I'm trying to tell today is that my thing to deliver today is that I'm trying to tell you how not to run away from your shadow. Then that's a pattern. Our shadow is constantly trying to get attention. It's a suppressed thing. Our projections, these are suppressions, burdens on our souls. Why we project onto others? We are suppressed. Our shadow wants to get noticed. Why do we have triggers? The shadow is struggling to come outside of our body, right? That's why it's giving projection. Please notice me. That's what our shadow is doing. We, on the whole, are running away from our shadow. And our shadow is actually pleading, please notice me. Please notice me. I'm having problems. So sometimes it's getting noticed by giving projections, sometimes showing triggers. What are triggers actually? Triggers kya hote hain? Dishonesty, envious, right? Violence. Those are triggers that we get through something, right? Something happened at home. We get angry. Nobody's angry on that. You are angry. That's your trigger. Nobody's triggered with it. So that's your shadow coming out. Please notice me. I have some problem. You got that? And your trigger, somebody got your shoes and went out. Now you're searching for your shoes. That's a trigger. Now you're not going out, right? Now, number 3 was patterns. we need to see certain patterns. Like shadow will keep on reminding you that you have a shadow, you have a shadow, I'm your shadow, I'm your shadow, I'm your shadow, right? So it will keep on repeating a particular pattern. You'll do a certain pattern, right? Right? So how do we recognize? We do a certain pattern to run away from our shadow. So 3 things remind us that we have a shadow. Like if you are having problem understanding patterns, right? We follow a pattern to run away from our shadow. We hate our shadow, right? But now coming towards, I'm trying to sum it up now. We live through our persona. We do all the things. That's not our own self. That's our conscious mind. That's being told to us by our parents, teachers, and environment and external factors. What actually we really are our shadows. Okay. Okay. 3 things I told you. Then one is projection. That's how we point out what shadow is. Number 2, that's triggers. What triggers us tells us that there's a shadow. And what patterns we follow to run away from a shadow. We follow certain patterns, right? So our shadow is asking for our attention and we are running away from it. Now, is there a method that we can treat our shadows? Is there a method that we can do something about our shadows? We can heal our shadow? No, not yet. Not yet in the mind or neurosciences, or not yet in the psychiatry or psychology. I've been studying it for past 12 years. So we cannot do anything about our shadows, right? So what we can do, there's always a solution. So Toastmasters, my dear ones and my new friends, what we can do is that, and that's the treatment, that we come in harmony with our shadows. Let's embrace it, right? Like, for example, I read a few lines. I'm gonna say them in Hindi, right? जीवन है डूबती नैया, नैया का तू है कन्हैया, नैया डूबे हौले हौले, चाहे हंस ले चाहे रो ले. So that's how you deal with it, the shadow. Either you fight it, you cannot do that. Shadows keep in the unconscious. Unconscious. Shadows keep in the unconscious. You cannot fight them. What you can do, you go in harmony with your shadow. And how to go in the harmony with your shadow? Do not fight them, embrace them. Okay? How to embrace them? You do not like a person. Just pay attention to that person and find out, is that a shadow of you? Is that the person you are actually from the inside? Is that something you also do that? Like, it's difficult. It's not easy. Everybody, it's not easy. Like, for example, you say somebody, it's bad to nail bite. It's bad to do that nail biting thing. I guarantee you, all those people who actually point out that you should not do nail biting are sitting alone and nail biting. And as you don't like it about your own self, you have a projection. You don't do that. The triggers. You hate people who laugh when you're serious. You're saying something serious and somebody laughs. You hate it. Maybe you are doing it somewhere. Are you? Maybe you are doing it somewhere and you don't like it. So you have a projection and that's your trigger. And that's your trigger, and you run away from it. Embrace it. Embrace your shadow. So what you can do is that shadows root into your childhood, shadows root into your subconscious. What you can do is that review your behavior from your childhood, go to a concerned person and say that I want to be in harmony with my childhood. I'm having some problems. Go to a person who's expert in that, say that I want to have some healing from my childhood wounds and traumas, and your shadows will be in harmony with you. Number one, be in harmony with your shadow. Number two, review your shadow, right? Number three, love your shadow. Love your shadow. Don't hate it. Do not hate your shadow. Like, be vocal about your likes. Be vocal about your dislikes. Be vocal about what you want to do. Be vocal about who you want to meet. And be vocal about what your shadow is saying. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, the shame and the guilt that you have about your shadow. Like, for example, last thing, many of us do that. Like, we don't like somebody wearing something and we say that, oh, very nice, looking nice, wow. And then when you move away, disgusting. What is he wearing? That's your shadow. In layman terms, people must be telling that, oh, you are a hypocrite. Oh, that's hypocrisy. Oh, you have a dual self. Oh, split personality. No, that's not hypocrisy. I mean, that's not hypocrisy. You are having a war, a fight with your shadow. You cannot run from your shadow. You have to embrace it. You have to love your shadow. You do not have to resist your shadow. It's a long subject. It's a big subject. Okay, let me tell you the good thing. The last I'm covering. Give me 1 more minute. Shadow benefits. I always refer to my own notes, in fact, sometimes, because do not say something. I mean, it's about the human minds. Okay, benefits. Why is your shadow so beneficial? If you embrace it, if you start loving it, it will get you a lot of mental peace. It will get your progress higher. It will get your relationships better. It will get your professional life better. How? You embrace your shadow, you start loving it. The shadow will not burden you with something about guilt and shame. You run away from your shadow, it will give you guilt, it will give you shame, right? Once you be in harmony with it, okay, I'm like that. I really don't like what you're wearing. Hey, don't make that face. Really, I mean, don't make that face. It triggers me up. Okay, don't do that. No, I don't like sitting over there. No, I won't sit over there. I don't like that place. No, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm not going over there. No, I don't. No, I can't come with you. I don't want to come with you. I don't like that place. Okay, I won't meet that person. Sometimes, like, your shadow wants to curse. Sometimes your shadow wants to use some bad words, right? That's your shadow. You can do that alone. I mean, you can do that in a room, but just actually bring it out. I can't wear a red shirt. People will make fun of me. I have certain job, but I love wearing a red shirt. I love wearing that. That's your shadow, who loves wearing a red shirt. But your persona told by your dad, mom, grandfather, boys don't wear red shirts. You're a literate person, you have an MBA, don't wear a red shirt. So you're an engineer, you should wear check shirts, right? Oh, you're a doctor, white shirts. So that's the persona. I'm a very different doctor. I wear all those colors: green shirts, white shirts, black shirts, red shirts. And I mean, I got suspended 3 times from my medical college for ripped jeans and t-shirts and Metallica and everything. So you have better relationships. You keep in harmony with your shadow. You have more realistic expectations. Your persona says a lot of lies to you. Your shadow never lies, right? So when your persona lies to you, you have false expectations that hurt you. Your shadow knows, like for example, your persona says, that guy will do, I have asked him a favor, he will do that. I hope so, he will do that. And being a Muslim, inshallah, inshallah, he will do that, right? And, but the shadow says, he won't do that. Bahut kutta insaan hai, nahi karega, right? The shadow actually knows ki kutta hai, nahi karega, right? Your persona says, nahi, kar dega, kar dega, kar dega. So what, if you listen to your shadow and be in harmony with that, shadow is telling you, nahi karega. Kyun nahi karega? Tune nahi kiya. You did not do that with him, right? So you become more creative. Number 5, you become more creative with your shadow. Once you love your shadow, you embrace it, you become more creative. I give you an example. Those stand-up comedians, right? I'm following a lot from India, those stand-up comedians. Have you ever tried listening to them carefully? They speak whatever they want to. They speak whatever they want to. Why people, I see it as a psychiatrist. When a stand-up comedian is delivering a comedy, why is everybody is laughing like, It's actually the comedian is speaking their shadow. They want to say all these things, but their persona never lets them say. And what the advantage with the comedian is that the comedian is living through his shadow. He's not paying attention to his persona. You can also be that famous 4.2 million follower comedian, right? But actually you're following your persona. You cannot do that. So you can do that. You can be heard, or you can even speak like me, right? I've been doing stand-ups as a doctor here in Karachi and Saudi Arabia and US and UK. I used to be, when I was studying, I used to be doing stand-ups. I have no shame saying that. Okay. More spiritual connection, your shadows, like, okay, I show you 2 prayer methods. Please, Allah Miyan ji, ya Bhagwan, तू थोड़ा मेरा ख्याल कर ले, या अल्लाह थोड़ा रहम कर दे मेरे ऊपर, थोड़ा कर दीजिए आप, मुझे जरूरत है. Now that's your persona praying. Let me show you how shadow prays. कर देना यार, तंग करके रखा हुआ मुझे, थोड़ा ख्याल कर ले यार. नहीं करेगा, नहीं करेगा, बात नहीं करूंगा आइंदा. Okay, right? That's how I pray. I have no shame. My shadow is in harmony with me. I pray like that. I pray like that. Ask anybody, I do like that. So it will make your spirituality better. You break the norms, you take out this mask, you go all wild and like, okay, I'm gonna come in. Okay? My shadow is coming out. Okay. If you embrace your shadow, you become more kind, compassionate, your passion increases, your energy value doubles up, and people start noticing, hey, you look good these days. यार कुछ चेंज आ गया क्या? मोहब्बत तो नहीं हो गई, कोई लव लाइफ तो नहीं, कोई लड़की तो नहीं आ गया? नहीं, शैडो बाहर आ गया. वो शैडो जो दबा के रखा हुआ था ना टीनेज से, वो नीचे निकल के आ गया. I'm done with my thing, and there's a lot to say. Would just quote what Dr. Carl Jung said. He was once asked, when do you start living? He said, after 40. And the person asked, then what do we do before 40? He said that you're researching how to live. Right? That was said by Carl Jung. He said that we start living after 40, and before that we are researching. So all of you who have not reached 40, you have your research time. You can research what I've said. And all of you who have touched 40s or 40, start living, please. Start living. Start living, everybody. I'm available here for any questions that you may wish to ask. And thank you for your patience and listening to me. Few things you may not have liked, really doesn't matter in fact. But if something is disturbing you, that means you have to work upon that. Thank you, and I'm here.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nasir, Sayyid Nasir Mustafa. It was an awesome speech, really. I can see all cameras are turning on and people are having 100 of questions for you now.
Sure.
Anyone would
Thank
like
you.
to ask a question?
Thank you, Dr. Nasirji. I have you told all the three. That is like a pattern, trigger, and shadow. I am getting from one person all three together. How to face that one? That is from my spouse, my wife.
Okay. What's your question? How to face what?
How to overcome the pressure that you gave all the techniques now. That's from the shadow and the trigger and the pattern. And because I have to follow, I have to obey my wife.
You have pressures from your wife, and
Yes,
you said
yes, yes.
handle all those pressures, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. This pressure is not being built in one day. It's not 1 month. How many years of pressure is that?
From the day of my marriage.
No. How many years of pressure?
Yeah. So around 10 years.
10 years of pressure, right? Okay. My friend, I have my sympathies with you. May God give you patience. Okay. Now, what you... Okay. 10 years of pressure. Hair gone. I can see that. And what you can do with that pressure is, listen, Kanti, you have accepted those pressures. Okay, Kanti. There's a thing called by Eric Berne, boundaries and barriers, right? You were failed in maintaining your boundaries and barriers. You welcomed all the pressures, right? You must be a very innocent man, right? And for example, if you shifted the control to your wife without knowing that after 10 years, it will become a pressure, right? Okay. As I don't know what kind of pressures these are, but if I tell you, like in my experience, what men actually feel the pressure is that they keep on, first of all, they keep on engaging you with the text, then with the call, and then when you come home, they invite you with more pressures, right? So they give it to you in 3 formats: texting, call, and then when you go home, right? So what you can do, I give you a tip, set a time, set a place, set a medium for pressure. If you, I hope you understand. Tell her that to give me all the bad news and all the orders and everything and all the rules and regulations and instructions, find a medium. Either you text me or you call me or I come home and you meet me and tell me. Choose one moment, right? Tell her to choose one thing.
Sure.
Or call, or if I come home and you tell me. Number 1. Number 2, tell her when I reach home, first I will go to the washroom and take shower. Then I come back and I'll have food and I'll give you 15 minutes for 15 minutes of talk. You give me 5 minutes of bad news and 10 minutes of good. Set a rule. If she makes noise, right? She said, just tell her that I have a lot of work to do and I've decided that for all the bad news, I have 5 minutes. And after that, you stop listening. I mean, you can start singing a song. Like, for example, if like 5 minutes are over, you start singing, Ye dosti hum nahi chhodenge, right? I mean, do that in a good moment, but resolve her issue, resolve her problem, listen to her, but set a time to it. Why you get pressures? Why you call it a pressure? A pressure is something that is constantly being applied. If you set a time for that pressure, your mind will be ready for that time to handle that. The problem is you have welcomed pressure 24/7, right? Even policemen, they forgive you. They only stop you once, right? But the people at our home, right? They never forgive us. Okay, I hope you got that. If you need like it in detail or something like that, most welcome. Yeah, I mean, you can write me, get my email or WhatsApp or anything. I can, you can tell me the specific things. Next question, please.
I have a question.
Please.
Is that we feel very relieved when we act on that shadow personality, because right, because even when we are speaking to our friends or somebody, and if you should say what we really want to say, rather than being very dignified, very polite and being diplomatic, we feel relieved. So is that a very good exercise for our mental health to have more such sessions in our life rather than being very diplomatic? And is there any tip for that?
Okay, thank you, Seju, Victor. Right, Seju, what we can do is that I tell you an example, and do follow that. Do you have childhood friends?
Yes,
right.
That's what I do. With them only I do that.
Don't stop that. Okay, don't stop doing that. Childhood friends. Okay, you know that meeting a childhood friend is something very soothing. It's very relaxing, right? Ajay, come to me. You get relieved when you meet your childhood friends. Seju, why is that? Have you ever thought of it?
Because I can say whatever I want, because there are no shades of my personality. I don't want to impress him. He knows who I am and I know who he is. So there is nothing to hide.
One thing, yeah, I do agree with that. Okay, why childhood friends are very soothing? Let me give you my psychoanalytic put on that. Your childhood friends are your memories. You meet them, you see them, you have a trip back to your childhood.
Wow.
So you trip back to your childhood. You are no longer this man I'm seeing right now, right? So they give you a trip back to your childhood. Number one. Number two, your childhood friends are trauma-free. You had no traumas,
yes.
Right? You had no traumas.
Correct.
You said that. And number four, your childhood friends are the people who used to forgive you a lot. We want forgiveness. We want people to forgive our mistakes. And nobody ever forgave you more than your childhood friends. Did anybody in your life ever forgive you your mistakes, your problems, your shortcomings, your bad things more than your childhood friends? Is there any other person who given you forgiveness out of your sins more than your childhood friends? They are your confession boxes. They are your little fathers. They are your pastors. They are the boxes you go and say, Father, I have sinned. Forgive me for I've sinned. They behave like that. I have some childhood friends. I go to them, I said that, yaar, ye ho gaya. I did that. And they behave like my dad. Come here. Oh, no problem. Do that more. Right? So childhood friends, go to your childhood friends. If you cannot go to them, go in a video call. Not possible, go in an audio call. Never lose your childhood friends. The essence is, it's not about being like having friends. It's about don't lose people who forgive you the most.
Correct.
Right? If your wife is that person, if she can become that person who forgives you, don't lose her. Yeah. Don't lose her
Thank
company.
you.
Next.
That's good. Because it was working for me. Now I understood the psychology behind it. Because whenever I had this tension, pressure, I used to call them up. Now WhatsApp calls are possible. So I used to feel very relieved after that. So now I understood the psychology behind it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Next question, please.
Yeah, I need to ask that a few days back, I was reading a concept about reparenting ourselves. So this is related to motherhood. So, in the past, whatever we have lacked as a child, so we behave that way with our kids, right? In a way, we are actually reparenting ourselves. So is it somewhere related to this, whatever you discussed, persona and shadow? Is it something like we are reparenting ourselves? The solution, I mean.
Okay, Shabina Zaidi, I got your question. Okay. I'll be very honest, right? I'm not a motivational speaker, so I won't make you happy, right? I'm a neuroscientist, and are you ready to listen to the reality? Are you ready?
Yes.
I have to take your consent because it's painful. Okay, what parents are doing when parenting is they're healing their broken childhoods. How they are parenting is they're actually healing their own lost childhood, the broken childhood, the unfulfilled wishes, the traumas. And what the medium defined, we have our pressures and powers on the most weakest person we find around. And the parents, the weakest they find is their kid, right? They camouflage it. It's very painful to listen to that. They camouflage it with, we love you, we care for you, we talk about your benefit, we talk about your betterment and what's good for you. I'm so sorry. A lot of that is bullshit, right? What I tell parents is, what I tell you as a parent, as a mother, you have like how many, how many kids you have?
I have 2 kids, 7 years and 3 years.
Boy, girls?
Both are girls.
Both girls, okay. I tell parents that if you have like daughters or sons, stop parenting them like daughters or sons. Now listen, Kanti, I know you have pressures. Okay, so stop parenting them as daughters or sons. Now, what is that? Stop treating them as daughters and sons. Victor, are you listening? Atik Sahab, are you there? Stop treating them as daughters. For you, Shabina. Now what to do? Treat them as humans. From today onwards, no daughters, humans. And what the problem is, I'm saying that. For example, somebody has a boy, son, and a daughter. For the son, he comes, Dad, that thing when he's doing this, and you be like with the son, shut up, don't make this noise, don't do these things, don't show me this, don't show me this face, stop crying, go play. And the daughter comes, this, that. Oh, my baby, come here. Oh. Now that's gender bias. I told you, projections, gender bias. Parents do that. Isn't that a dishonest parent who do that? Your son, now who actually the son walks out of the room, is the son who actually hates you now. Is the son who actually develop a shadow in later life and become a shithead. Dads don't love. Dads are bad. Dads are this. Dads are that. Now about your daughters, what we are doing is that we are healing our own childhoods. Like you being a daughter, were told to do a lot of things and were told not to do a lot of things. Just design your shadow and your persona, Shabina, and see, are you like healing your shadows, or are you in harmony with your shadows with your daughters, or are you the same mom that you had? Are you that same mom? I'm asking you.
My mom is very good to me. I cannot be that mom to my kids.
Oh, and okay, you cannot be that good mom to your kids.
I mean, I cannot compare myself with my mom, because I think that it's a big topic. It is about millennial moms and traditional moms. She was a traditional mom, and I am a millennial mom. So it is a vast topic, and it is different.
Our Generation Z, right? Your
Generation
kids,
Z, my kids. No, I am a millennial mom, and
your
so
kids,
yes.
Okay, the Generation Z will be parented according to Generation Z. Or Generation Y, not millennials, right? You were a kid without smartphones and Google, and you're having kids who have a smartphone and Google, right? It's useless bullshitting them, right? It's useless telling them things without reasons. I was a kid, I was told to do things, and my parents never used to give me a reason. If you stop giving them reasons, you are in a big problem. So my tip for you, you're raising girls in 2022, never say anything to them for which you do not have a reason. And there is no reason called, I have said this, maine kaha hai. That's not a reason. Mama keh rahi hai. That's not a reason. Mom is saying that to you. You should agree. No, that's not the reason, right? You want to raise good kids, give them reasons every day. Give them 10 reasons every day, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. They need reasons, right? Do not compare them with anybody. Do not compare them with even your own self, right? Generation Z hates that, right? You're a millennial, right? Millennials used to love if they were being compared with their parents. Ye meri beti meri tarah. Oh, my daughter is like that. And you used to be happy. Oh my God, I'm like my mom. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Generation Z does not like that. If you tell them, you are like me. No, I'm like my own self. I'm like me. No, I'm not like you. That's Generation Z. You got that? So if you want to raise them good, one tip for you, treat them human. Tip 2 for you, treat them as Generation Z, not Y, not millennials, right? Forget that. We are in a different era. Treat them as humans. That's enough. Humans, not daughters. Stop treating them as daughters. They are not daughters. They are not sons. Humans.
I can remember a quote by Khalil Gibran that your children are not your children. They are life's belonging. So they are individual in their own self. By Khalil Gibran.
I have read that. And the last thing to all the parents here in Toastmasters, we do a certain mistake. And that's a big one. For our kids, we do not believe they have anger, anxieties, depressions, they get hurt, right? Because they are kids. We don't believe they mind something. We don't believe they get hurt. We don't believe they get angry. We don't believe they have anxieties. We don't believe they have depressions. We don't believe they have traumas. They have equal anxieties, equal depressions, equal traumas. They get hurt equally. They get angry equally. They have ego equally. They have self-respect equally. Everything as equal to a 30-year-old human being. They have that, but their amount is small, right? Right? More you get literate, more you get developed, more your sense of ego, sense of self-accomplishment, sense of anxiety, sense of depression get increased. As little you are, you have that in little amount, but you have it, right? So whenever you find a child sitting in a weird moment, not talking, not playing, go and check out what's the depression, what's the anxiety, what they have lost. Treat them, and you can only do it if you find them as human beings. Don't do like things like, if you find your child sad, what happened? Come here, watch some TV, take your tab, watch YouTube, or go play. If I do that with you, I find you sad, I say, hey, Shabina, come here. Go have a coffee. Go do shopping. No, Shabina wants to talk. Shabina wants someone to understand. And similarly, your kids do. You got me?
Yes, absolutely.
Do I have more questions?
Thank you very much, Dr. Syed Nasir Mustafa, for such a wonderful session. Really big hands for you to part of today's our milestone meeting of 100th meeting of my Toastmasters Club, and really being as a DP membership of my Toastmasters Club, I really want you to be a part of this such a beautiful organization and club as well. So really honor for us your presence.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm really honored, and I'm happy to be a part. And the speaker on the 100th session, it's a memory, and I can relate it to many other events. And I'm very happy. I've actually marked myself at Toastmasters, Mera Apna Toastmaster Club. That is. I'm really happy. Thank you, everybody who actually listened to me. Thank you, everybody who raised questions. Thank you, Kanti and Victor and Shabina and Atiq Saab and all other lovely people. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everyone enjoyed this wonderful session of keynote speaker, and whoever wants to have a personal chat with say Dr. Nasir Mustafa, he can approach in to Toastmaster Kanti or Toastmaster Shabina to get his personal number or something, so you guys can ask him a question in WhatsApp or any other medium. So this was a wonderful session, and really we are running out of time, and we are already running out of time because and we are going to skip our table topic session of today's, and our well. If I say today's milestone meeting was a wonderful meeting, it was really a wonderful meeting. For me, as I mentioned in start, this kind of dressing we used to wear when we are celebrating some occasion, some events. So today I am really, feeling proud to being a part of my Toastmasters Club. And really feeling proud once that this club, when this club was started, and now it's I am celebrating 100th meeting, and it's really a wonderful time I had with my Toastmasters Club. And whenever Toastmasters, my Toastmasters Club need my any help, any apart from my role, anything else, I am there to support my Toastmasters Club, each and every member, each and every, even from outside of my Toastmasters Club, somebody needs my services in a Toastmasters fraternity, I'm available to serve myself for Toastmasters, because why it is, I learned a lot. I gained a lot from this fraternity and met with such a wonderful people around, really, 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 who supported me to achieve my tasks in my professional life as well, in my personal life as well. Because when I compare myself now you can see how my communication is a little bit better than earlier days now. Where I still remember the first meeting when I was standing for my table topics, and I just hardly spoke for maybe 10 to 15 seconds. I just repeated the topic which he gave me, and after that I was totally blank. And now, Alhamdulillah, I didn't prepare, I didn't write a single line of today's meeting script or something. Alhamdulillah, I'm at the front of you, and this is all because of Toastmasters. And if I talk about my professional life, earlier I used to go to clients because as I am a salesperson, earlier I used to go to my clients, and I was a bit hesitating to meet new person, to do a cold calls or something. But now, just go there and present yourself and give your presentation, and that's it. Present your products, that's it, and win the deal somewhere. It happens. So this is all about Toastmasters. This is all about my Toastmasters Club. We had a wonderful team earlier. Now, even now, we have a team where from them we are learning a lot, and this learning will not end anywhere. Okay, if I say, okay, I served as a president and my role is done, no. I have to keep learning. We have to keep learning. This is all about Toastmasters. So with that, I will conclude my TMOD role here and give this stage back to our beautiful president, Toastmaster Shabina Zaidi.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. It was indeed an amazing session by keynote speech by Dr. Nasir Mustafa. And congratulations to you as well, because you did an amazing job as the Toastmaster of the evening. Thank you everyone for joining us. We have DTM Saiju Victor with us. I would like to get a few words from you about the meeting. How was it? I know that you are here with us till the end of the meeting. So could you just share with us your viewpoints about it?
Thank you. Let me tell you that I felt very that keynote speech was something that I wanted initially from the moment how he built it up, and it became so relevant to my life. So that is why I was thinking that I could easily connect it. Because I have a few childhood friends with whom I used to, nowadays I am a bit tied up with too many things. So I get tensed a bit. So what I do is that thanks to WhatsApp, I immediately call some of my friends and I get so relieved. I was trying to understand how it works. Now I understood how it works and which direction I have to go. And this is one area, I believe my take home today is from my keynote speaker. And thanks a lot, Toastmaster Kanti. Toastmaster Kanti is such a warm person. Every time many a times, let me admit that whenever he calls, so many times I could not attend because of so many other engagements. So Toastmaster Kanti, last year I could attend one of your sessions, and this year, in the beginning itself, I couldn't attend. That is a great feeling, and nice to be in touch with Toastmasters whom we don't meet very often. Some of you I would have seen during the DTACs, otherwise we never met. But it's a great opportunity, great stage wherein we can come and be in touch with each other. Thank you for this opportunity. And I really loved the 100 session. The meeting number 100 was really an angel number for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DTM Saiju. It was amazing to listen to your wise words. In fact, even I was transported to the journey of my college days, and I thought, listening to your question, I thought even I have to get back to my friends, because yes, I realized that I felt myself, when I was with them during my college days. So I'll take this takeaway from you. Well, we have our Toastmaster Afzal. Could you tell us about your experience with this meeting?
Thank you so much. As DTM Saiju said, it was one of the fabulous talks I have heard after such a long time, and something which is touching, and it was a lot of impulse. It made a lot of impulse onto my thoughts. I could be able to relate it. And apart from that, even though I have joined a little late, but however, I enjoyed thoroughly, and I thank all the district leaders who have joined here. And of course, we are ending the weekend, but still, thank you so much for joining with us. And from Division K, I express my sincere gratitude to all the district leaders. Thank you so much. And that's it. And I enjoyed thoroughly.
I'm taking all behalf of them.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Toastmaster Afzal Latif. And in the end, I must tell you that this has been possible because of Toastmaster Kanti and Toastmaster Muhammad Atiq, so who have been there throughout with this. And we had been planning throughout since last 2 weeks about the meeting, and they have been instrumental in bringing this meeting to what it is today, the 100th meeting celebration. And we could celebrate because of them, their this participation in this meeting. And I'm so happy that all of you have joined, all the district leaders and all the Toastmasters, they are with us and they have joined. So it is an amazing journey that we are going to take forward again with this 100th meeting. Thank you so much for being here. So with this, as the power vested in me, as the Toastmaster of the club, I declare this 100th meeting closed. Thank you.